Alright, now that the garbage truck seems to have moved on and it's not distracting me anymore, I have a few things to apologize for, I guess, before I begin. First of all, the lighting. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about that at 12:30 in the morning. Also, the fact that it's 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, I was having some issues earlier. I filmed this first on my actual camera, but was having trouble importing, so I put it to the side and went to my orientation thing, which I'm still annoyed about, and then did some work, but it stayed at the side, and then I realized just now that, hey, I have to make a video. So I should get started on that video. It will likely be a short one, because I am trying to get to bed, and I'm tired. But yeah, it seems like we're sort of dangerously close to just repeating each other and having a week of saying what the person in front of us has said, which I don't like. So I'm going to try to pick out the new things that James and Katie in particular said. Jeff, I'm not trying to single you out, but James and Katie each had one thing really each that I wanted to at least touch base on. Katie talked about people being good and evil and how they're not really, and I by and large really have to agree. I do see the merit in saying that, like, a good person is going to be a person who does good things, but then you get into the whole arguments against that, with doing good things for ulterior motives, if that's really good, and ulterior motives are everywhere. I'm not trying to get too deep into that, though, because I know it's kind of become a mantra of mine, but I am very tired. So I'm going to move on to James, who was talking about how he's considered artsy in the scientific community and sciencey, I guess, in the art community, and I don't know, that just makes a lot of sense to me, because artsy is not a very special thing in an art community, just throwing that out there. And I think it's really the differences that really stand out and that other people are going to notice and sort of classify us by. And this is why, and I'm realizing that relatively few of you have likely been to a hockey camp, but at a hockey camp, the Canadian kids, for example, they often adopt the nickname Canada, and likewise for people from Sweden. And it's really meant to be endearing. I think it's not like it's such a label that can't be overcome, because I guess more so in the case of Canadian kids, it kind of speaks to your ability to play hockey, just because, yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's really. Sorry, I'm losing the words, but it doesn't really surprise me, because the differences are what stand out. And I'm thinking back to my psych textbook, and it's pretty cool, because if you stare at something without moving your eye, which is impossible without it being restrained just because your eye moves to prevent this, but if you stare at a specific point, that point will disappear. And I think we kind of mentally do this with other concepts as well. But I'd have to revisit my old psych book to get some better examples, or at least be a little more awake. So on that note, I'm going to end it here, and Jeff, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.